Hey guys, welcome back to Geeks. My name is Ethan the Guzman and this is the HONOR X9a. One of the smartphones that you might be seeing on social media right now that keeps on dropping. Yep. HONOR is the smartphone brand that just came back last 2022. I believe that was around July. They launched around 4 or 5 smartphones already, but for 2023, this is their first smartphone. Now, as the first smartphone to launch this year, I am honestly surprised on the direction of HONOR to become a little bit more durable and of course long-lasting. This smartphone is a 256GB storage, premium AMOLED display on the front. We have here a 64 megapixel camera setup and a very durable glass display. So just to quickly demonstrate to you guys, it's just really more of dropping the smartphone at a certain height. They recommend around a meter or meter and a half. It will still be okay. Honestly, I've been dropping this smartphone for around 10 times already, and just to give you a quick demo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was 5 flat-faced display, and still you can see no cracks and fully operational. So let's dive in on this smartphone and check out why it's really a consideration smartphone for you for 18,990 pesos. Let's go. So guys, if you're going to ask what's inside the box, it's really more of, of course, the manual. We have here the SIM ejector tool, standard jelly case, as you can see here. This is the jelly case, and 40-watt brick charger for fast charging, and lastly is the USB Type-C cable. Okay, now that we checked out the smartphone's box contents, it's really more of checking out right now the actual smartphone. So this is a 7.9mm curved AMOLED display with 120 Hz of refresh rate, 300 Hz in terms of sampling rate, and it's really nice on the colors and brightness, can really toughen out even against direct sunlight. What I really like about this is for its price point, it's only one of the few, or might be probably the most affordable curved AMOLED screen displays on the market right now. Now, what HONOR is really focusing on this smartphone for the HONOR X9a is really more on durability and longevity. Hear me out, it's really something that people doesn't really consider when buying smartphones, but it's really now time to hear this out and also consider longevity, because right now an average Filipino consumer change their smartphone for around every 2 years, their smartphone, and it's really a tough decision what to choose and what kind of smartphone to choose on this one. For HONOR, they included a super reinforced glass on the front. That's why I was able to drop this several times without any hesitation, because it's really durable on its glass because of its shatter resistance, and it was tested multiple times already. Even our co-vloggers or co-friends ran over a car on this one and it's still running. So honestly, I am really impressed on having and owning a smartphone that is really thin, 7.9mm, and still be durable without any case. That's really a testimony of what kind of durability you need on a smartphone. Confident without using a case, durable when it drops, and lastly is you have that sense of peace of mind when it comes to using your smartphone even on the naked or without any case. That's really something that you will rarely see on Filipinos right now, using their smartphone without any cases. Okay, next is what I told second word was the longevity. This has a 40-watt charging on a 5,100 milliampere battery. Again, 40-watt charging, 5,100 milliampere battery. The main difference on this one is HONOR is really confident to say that the battery has longevity of up to 3 years. Now, we can't be really completely sure because it's not yet even 3 years. But what they are trying to tell you is, even if you charge this from day to day, the battery will have its retained strength on a good level after 3 years. Not like other smartphone brands that tends to overcharge and deplete the battery, and that degrades the battery's performance over time. Like for example, other smartphones in just 2 years, you will have less battery life and have that degraded performance already. So here on the HONOR X9a, they're promising more of a durable battery, where in 3 years you still have sufficient battery capacity over the time. Even though you're charging it from time to time or multiple times, it will still have that strength to hold onto the charge to give you a sufficient battery life for the 5,100 milliampere battery. Now, going to the battery's capacity, 5,100 milliamperes, I was really impressed in terms of 5,100 milliamperes on a 7.9 millimeter profile. I don't know how they were able to do it, but I guess it's really more on expanding the battery's width towards the whole body itself. Now, mind you, no more headphone jacks here. It's just really out the speakers, and you have to utilize 2 wireless sounds in order to utilize more of on wireless earbuds, or just in case buy a Type-C adapter just in case. Now, moving on into entertainment, of course, the AMOLED screen has that kind of definition that you really like. The AMOLED display is really premium in terms of its class. Colors are vibrant. It's really bright as well. Plus, what's really good here is more on the display's confidence in terms of delivering content. What I like about a curved AMOLED display is giving you that kind of secured grip without the mistouches. So the curved AMOLED display here, I really like the colors. Black are black, the colors are vibrant, it's popping out. Everything looks more premium, especially when you're looking on Facebook on dark mode, or even on the setup of the smartphone on dark mode. But what I really like is that there's no mistouches on the sides on the smartphone. Even other smartphones at this range, even if it's flat, has no AI mistouches on the sides, which is really annoying. Imagine guys, when you're playing Mobile Legends in scenes like this, some parts of your thumb or in your palm will really tend to touch the corners of the screen. That's the problem. When you are pressing on some skills, it's not responding because another button is really pressed already at the slightest corner of the display. Now that's the problem of some smartphones that I really hate, because they don't have any AI detection when it comes to detecting if it's really your finger or your palm. So thanks and kudos to HONOR on this one. I didn't have any major problems in terms of using the display and also the touch, even though that this is a curved display smartphone. And for its price range, honestly, it will enable a lot of people to have more of an enticement towards a premium AMOLED display. What I'm trying to say is this is really more of a smartphone that prioritizes the following: durability, premium experience, visuals, and longevity. So moving forward on the specifications on this one, how about storage and RAM? This has an 8 gigabytes of storage plus the extended RAM or virtual RAM that you can convert some of the ROM storage towards the RAM, and have an additional 5 gigabytes of storage, making it a total of 13 gigabytes. But honestly, 8 gigabyte RAM smartphones are really sufficient already for today's smartphone needs. So additionally for that one, this is a 256 gigabyte smartphone storage. Yup, you heard it right. 256 gigabyte storage inside the smartphone, not 128. And it's really nice that the capacity of smartphones right now at this price point of 18,990 pesos is already increasing in terms of its ROM storage. Anyways, next is towards the performance and camera of this smartphone. I'm going to show you more of photos that I took on this smartphone. It still needs a little bit of an improvement when it comes to taking photos. I'll give you an example of this one. I took 2 photos of a banana, same banana, one with the without the AI mode and one with the AI mode activated. So the AI mode activated, as you can see, from left to right using the HONOR X9a. The colors are much more vibrant with the AI mode. Of course, this detects as food, but honestly, when it comes to this focus in terms of both items. It's really nice in terms of the over depth field. It has a lot of details. Once you properly hold your smartphone and has taken a proper picture, honestly, the shutter speed is a little bit slow, but hopefully Honor will fix this by a software update. How about my selfie holding lechong manok? So this is lechong manok, guys. I'm not really sure if you remember this, but lechong manok is one of the my most favorite snacks for only 1 pesos each in my 90s. So when I saw an opportunity to buy some, I really bought it. Anyways, going back to the selfie, details are good in terms of the selfie camera, and that selfie camera has good colors as well in the terms of composition. My face is focused as well. Even the details are nice. Although I have a little bit of preference in terms of the contrast and brightness, it's a little bit on the bright side. So I'm not seeing here the fine tuning in terms of the noise reduction plus sharpness. I guess that's the thing that should still be improved on the software. Hopefully Honor can see this as well and have some solid feedback in terms of their camera system, in terms of a Filipino preference, I guess. Let me know, guys, if you have the same impressions as I do. Lechong paksiw. So lechong paksiw is really more of having this area, having that kind of focus here, but you can see that the focus is really more on this foreground, while on the right side there's some problem in terms of the focus already. So the level of details that Honor was able to get on a 64 megapixel camera is really good. Although this is the concern, the leaf is already green, and then the whole crispy pata is yellow. So you can see green plus yellow, there's not much in terms of redness here. When it comes to the skin of the crispy pata inside, you can see some of the skin doesn't look that appetizing. It kind of lacks that lackluster in terms of the meat. So I'm not really sure what happened here. Perhaps it's more of, since this is yellow, the detection of AI is already saying that this is overall yellow. It might happen like that. So on the software algorithm of Honor, honestly, it might be a hit or miss, but on the 64 megapixel camera, overall, it's pleasant. You just have to tweak it a little bit more if you're an OC person when taking photos, such as me. Okay guys, so if you're really more interested on the performance on this one, this uses a Snapdragon 695 processor. It's one of the processors that were launched with 5G capabilities already, with decent performance, and it's really not really intended in terms of those firepower, in terms of having like a quote-unquote flagship killer performance, but it's really more on stability. They think they chose this processor of a Snapdragon 695 is really more of having that balance in terms of the 5100 milliampere battery, the AMOLED display, and maximizing really more on a longevity level on terms of thermals, and lastly on your preference on the price point. For 18,990 pesos, we might have some users that are really more on the heavy side, but again, Honor is really more on focusing on that level of not really on the super performance. They are not really the smartphone brand before that they just slack on the super powerful processor and just launch another one the next time. They have that sense of longevity when it comes that if you buy this smartphone, you'll still be proud of using this smartphone for another time. But just to give you some good news, this is a Snapdragon 695 processor, so I'm really proud to say that, happy to say that on Mobile Legends, this has already the ultra settings for the graphics. So again, some Snapdragon 695 processor smartphones doesn't even have the ultra settings enabled on the smartphone. The 120 Hz refresh rate is already enabled as well in terms of refresh rate. So gaming on this one is really nice. It's quite smooth, but there are some lagginess in terms of loading graphics. I'm going to show you a sample right now. It's really more on the profile settings when you open it. So as you can see, Kimi is a little bit slow in terms of the loading time here, but suddenly goes well. So There is a little bit of a bottleneck in terms of loading graphics, but on the overall gaming experience, especially on Mobile Legends, I'm happy to say that it's very pleasurable and also enjoyable as well. The speaker is single firing at the bottom. It's not dual speakers, unfortunately, but it sounds quite nice. So just be mindful of covering your palms with the speaker and you'll be completely fine as well. So, how about battery life? Battery life here on this one is really good. Honestly, a 5100 milliampere smartphone can still last you around 20 to 30% once you go home if you leave around 9 o'clock. And charging on a 40-watt brick charger is already fast. I mean, you don't have to worry anymore about the slow 18-watt chargers on a 5000 milliampere battery. This is 5100, very slim, 40-watt charging. Full charge in just around an hour and a half. For me, that's already good because, guys, you have to still take care of the battery. It doesn't mean that you have high capacity in terms of charging. You have to maximize it always. You have to consider in terms of managing the temperature of your battery always in order to avoid the fatigue in terms of your battery capacity. Maybe that's the reason why everything is so balanced. 5100 milliampere in terms of longevity, Snapdragon 695 in terms of the processor. It's not that powerful, but it's really stable. Temperatures are good, and it's really durable. So here on the HONOR X9a, honestly, this is a smartphone that I really like to keep on holding because I'm really confident of having this smartphone even without a case. The display is good. Camera might have a little bit of improvement in my preference, but let me know, guys, again in the comment section down below. So that's it for the review for the HONOR X9a. Let me know your comments down below and give us some questions in case you have any more questions about the HONOR X9a. So thank you guys for checking out this video. My name is Isan de Guzman. Please do follow us on our Instagram pages at Isan de Guzman and at HungryGeeksPH. Visit our website www.hungrygeeks.com.ph and make sure you subscribe to this channel to check out our future videos. So thank you so much, guys. That's it for this episode. Bye.